Hello, and welcome back to Welspun Leads by Dipali Goenka. I'm Dipali Goenka, CEO and Joint Managing Director of Welspun India. Through this podcast, I will share my thoughts across various topics that are relevant to grow the company and industry at large. Join me in this journey as we move along diverse experiences and learnings in the era of digitization and doing business with a heart. Business across sectors are breezing against two important headwinds: climate change and technological disruption. Scientists speak of the worrying impact of world warming by 2 degrees will have on India, with increased floods and droughts and erratic monsoons. Water would perhaps be one of the biggest challenges in the near future, amongst a host of others. The changing climate threatens to actually undo all the development and progress the world has made in the last 50 years in fighting poverty, building infrastructure, providing better health, and improving the quality of life. It also won't affect everyone in the same way or at the same time or even be predictable. The conversation, therefore, is moving from an almost leisurely term, climate change, which wasn't expected to change anytime soon, to the more immediate and urgent climate crisis. This is therefore a time of tremendous change and business transformation. Companies now need to be profitable and ethical, innovative yet frugal, fast-moving yet socially responsible. In this scenario, certain questions come to mind. I often ask myself, what kind of leadership will be needed to create business of the future? How can we build organizations that create value, are equitable, and sustainable? Can sustainability be achieved at scale? Can we limit emissions? Can we add more customers while being privacy first? Designing a better world will not just be about new processes, but a better way of thinking and communicating. At Welspun, we care about our impact on the planet and on people. We view embedding sustainability as a responsibility and an opportunity to reinvent our businesses and the textile sector. ESG is the topmost agenda on global boards today, and at Welspun too. Conversations around environmental, social, and governance issues are top of our mind. We are committed to net zero emissions by 2030. To achieve our vision and set the highest standards of best practices, we have aligned ourselves to science-based targets. With this, we have joined the business ambition for the 1.5 Celsius campaign, the world's largest and the fastest growing group of companies that are aligning with the 1.5 Celsius by helping to halve global emissions by 2030. The efforts to achieve net zero shall be supported by an IT infrastructure upgradation that will help monitor of ESG performance across the different plants and product lines. Welspun India has adopted philosophy of growth with responsibility, laying a roadmap for business to not just take on environmental and social issues, but to solve them. By 2030, we will have 100% sustainable cotton in our world-class textile products while sending zero wastes to landfill. Let me take you through the initiatives we take at Welspun to grow the business sustainably. Number 1, harnessing the power of women. The SPUN project by Welspun India Limited, which we will be discussing in further detail in the next episode, aims to do just that. It blends in important elements of circularity, livelihood for women, and traditional crafts. It has recently been named as one of the top 100 corporate-ready social enterprises in a list by World Economic Forum's COVID Response Alliance for Social Entrepreneurs. Number 2, building circularity. We have carried out life cycle assessments, LCA, of our products range, including towels, bed sheets, rugs, and top of the bed, to help us identify additional opportunities to reduce environmental impact across the value chain. Our efforts to conserve, reuse, and recycle water are path-breaking. We identified 3 towns, Gandhidham, Adipur, and Anjar, to explore the possibility of collecting recycling sewage post-treatment to meet the present and the future water requirement. Based on the current water demand for the Anjar facility, Welspun set up a 30 MLD STP to treat and reuse the entire city sewage for industrial use. This is, however, just the beginning of a journey towards using no fresh water for our operations. We will be freshwater positive in production operations by 2030. Number 3, taking everybody along. Innovation in engineering and processes will solve many problems, but they won't change the system. This is why Welspun has now created the Supplier Code of Conduct. Welspun India Limited is dedicated to providing a fair, humane, and healthy environment to the persons who are directly or indirectly involved in the manufacturing of our products. On the basis of my work at Welspun, I want to share 5 key learnings with you that can help us move towards creating businesses that are connected to the ESG framework. 1. Set targets. Establish what you're going to do and why. Think long term. 2. Align your teams. Not much can be done when your teams don't understand why they are doing what they are doing. Explain the steps and align tasks and incentives to help them achieve it. 3. Be consistent. Don't keep changing your mind and your targets. It sets a bad precedent to investors and confuses internal teams. I do understand that ESG is fast moving and new metrics emerge every day. However, this should not change the core pillars of your ESG strategy. 4. Be the best partner to your clients. Scan the horizon to understand how incoming regulation and trends are affecting the people who buy from you. Their targets and aspirations are interrelated to what you do. Therefore, proactively show how you can plan to meet their needs in dynamic and flexible formats. Don't wait to be asked. 5. Don't try to do everything. And last but not the least, your ESG strategy can't possibly cover all ESG parameters. So choose a few critical areas and go deep rather than wide. I hope you found this story interesting. Do like, share, and subscribe for more such insights in the coming months. Till then, take care and stay healthy.